you doing, Gary? What's up, Big D?
What's up?
How are you, Haley? What's up, Ash, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. Uh-oh, little delay. Arizona must be far away on that spaceship.
Oh,
Where is Chad?
He's probably on that spaceship I was just talking about. It's very possible that Chad is in an orbit above Jersey right now, harassing Eve, something like that. What's up, dude? You doing all right?
yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just
How
busy,
about you,
productive
Haley?
day.
A real productive day? Good.
Good.
What'd you do today, Haley?
A whole bunch of nothing.
A whole bunch of nothing.
I was watching A.S.H this morning when I woke up.
Oh yeah,
I heard
right.
that. Well, that's not a lot of nothing. That's watching Ash. You might be the only person I know that did a whole lot of nothing today.
I did not do work today. I took the day.
Heard that.
Okay, I'm waiting for.
Well, so I didn't schedule a highlight artist today. I figured we'd have a conversation about something.
You know, me and the featured artist have something in common.
Is that right?
You know,
What you got?
me and her we're both from Florida.
Oh,
Well, then all three of us have something in common.
Yep.
Because I was born in Florida too.
Yep. I'm
Right on.
waiting for Chad before I do my.
Yes. He
But-
is, as usual, fashionably late.
Where?
We'll try not to scold him too bad, Haley.
Okay, Chad, I'm ready.
What's up?
hey, man.
Hey, brother. Mic check, audio check.
Check,
Everything
check.
looks good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. He's not in the top of a pine tree, so he's okay.
yet.
All right. Haley, you ready?
Uh-oh.
Hi, welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, owner of Haley Dot. I'm a Diamond Dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's featured guest is the Salty Vault Studios in Take It Away, Ginn.
Oh, thank you, Haley.
Hello.
I appreciate it, Haley.
Ash,
Haley,
this was my plan this morning.
Oh.
I
Nice.
have to, I wasn't flicking you guys off. I'm just.
I didn't think you would be.
she was flicking us off, y'all. She was flicking us off.
It's that special flick paint.
She came up on here with special paint on her fingers just to flick us off with. I love it.
Flick
Keep up the
polish.
good work, Haley. We appreciate you, little sis. Thank you. Haley Beth has a show on Friday nights,
Bye.
and that can be found at 6:00 Eastern time. And if she's had a little coffee, she might be a little excited.
Come on. I'm supposed to act, right?
Sure.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good job, Haley.
Good job, Haley. Appreciate you. Now she's going to be down in the basement wreaking havoc.
Yep.
So, I did not schedule a highlight artist today because I almost didn't bring you two up. until after I said what I had to say because I wouldn't want to implicate anybody. But, it's just an observation, maybe about perspective, and people can take it for whatever they want, to be honest with you. But I find myself sometimes in a phone conversation with someone who is dealing with a cancer diagnosis or chemo, or trying to figure out how to feed their kid, or trying to find a job, or trying to figure out what the next thing they're going to do is because they've got a relative that's sick and they don't really have the means to do anything about it, or they've got somebody that needs care, or they have a job that don't pay enough, so they have to have a second job. The thing about it is almost everybody has it hard. Almost no one is special.
Nobody is. We're all the same decaying organic matter.
And the reality is that mixed in with those serious conversations, I ultimately run across people that are whining because they didn't get the parking spot they wanted. Or they're whining because somebody didn't let them up in a box. Or they're whining because somebody didn't say the thing they wanted them to say, or didn't do the thing they wanted them to do with their own damn life. So I would just advocate for some empathy. Maybe sometimes when you find yourself dumping what you think is a problem on other people, consider that that person you're talking to might have bigger problems than you. And it seems like there is a whole bunch of folks that constantly have self-created problems. And they expect me to entertain their bullshit. I'm not here for it.
I'm out.
Now let me ask you. We work very hard to try to create a space where folks can escape all of these things that I'm mentioning for just a little while. It isn't that Chad doesn't have problems. It isn't that Ashman doesn't have stuff to deal with. It isn't that I don't have stuff to deal with. But we actively try to create spaces where people can come and get away from all of the things I was just mentioning for a little while. And in our case, get some work done, get some collaborative stuff done, be able to communicate, move on to the next day of what we've got to get done to try to feed our families. And mixed in with that, we all try to help whoever along that we're able to. The entirety of the Ginn Project show is dedicated to other artists. All of the effort that goes into this show is spent on helping other artists.
That's what it's for.
And there's a lot of people that behind the scenes that quietly help do that, like Spurs and Laura Jane and Freak Morbidity, and the list goes on and on. There's a whole list of folks. And all of them have issues that they have to deal with too. Yet they selflessly show up, they selflessly help other people, they continuously carry that weight without complaint. And I'll see them in the same room with somebody that just cannot stop complaining about shit that doesn't even matter, just because they need to be the center of attention. So the reason we have boundaries is because we want to protect the space for the people to have a space to go and be creative and get away from all of those things we're talking about. It's hard to escape from chemo. It's hard to escape from a cancer diagnosis. It's hard to escape waiting on a diagnosis for a family member. It's hard to escape when people got to have 2 and 3 jobs just to try to feed themselves. Oh, and by the way, they don't buy the medicine they need. They don't know. They're going to have to figure that out tomorrow. But I've got news for you, folks. You're not unique. Everybody's got problems. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the other bad news is nobody's coming to save us. It's up to us. If we would like our friends to have better lives, if we would like the people we say we care about to have better lives, then it is up to us. There is no fucking body coming to save us. Stop waiting on somebody to come save you or to pay your bill or to fix your fucking problem. It's not going to happen. It's up to us. Now, am I saying don't reach out? No, of course. But understand that most of the time, the person you're reaching out to also has problems. It seems like some people forget that. Yeah. So some common courtesy goes a long way. And I bring the people into the boxes that I can work with, that I have relationships with, that I collaborate with. If I don't bring you into a box, it's because I don't want to bring you into a box for whatever reason, and I don't owe you an explanation.
Oh, wait, I have one.
You can create your own platform, and you can let whoever you want up in that platform. So that isn't even a real problem. Somebody with cancer has real problems. Somebody that can't feed their kid has real problems. Somebody that did not get a box on a fucking social media platform doesn't have problems.
Fucking problem. They do. But
So
it's a whole
forgive
different
me
problem.
for not giving a shit about your petty ass problems. People
Amen,
out there
brother.
got real problems. That's the ones I care about. The ones that are actually willing to do something to dig themselves out of the hole we all find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, anyway, sorry to do that, but there we go. We might have just cut our audience in half. But the truth of the matter is, stop bitching and do something about it. I get calls from people that actually have problems. I'm sick and tired of getting calls from people who make up their own problems just because they need to feel important. I don't give a shit.
Man, we help people with problems while we have problems. And if you don't understand that, I don't know how to explain it to you. So make sure that your problems are a real problem.
The good news is I'm not the type of person that's going to identify a problem and then not give you a potential solution to that problem. And I think we already know the solution to that problem. And that's be a little more empathetic to the people around us. Be a little more patient with what other people have going on. And that includes maybe not dumping your nonsense on other people who have actual real problems. And if that hits home for you, then that's probably who it was meant for.
It was me, wasn't it?
My number's publicly available. Feel free to call me up if you don't like what I have to say.
Don't call me, because I don't give a shit.
All right. So, go ahead.
While we're on bad news and bullshit, can I share something really stupid?
Sure.
I may or may not be here the whole show. Because I may have to get off of here and deal with some bullshit. I would appreciate if all of you would send hate mail to Frontier Airlines and Expedia. Because my wife earlier was trying to talk to them about my airline tickets to go to Atlanta. Well, I would like to tell you that Frontier no longer has a place you can call. It all has to be by chat. And if they don't like what you're saying, by any means at all, they stop answering you. And while my wife was asking questions about my flight, they got their wires crossed and they canceled my flight. Not only did they cancel my flight, but they refused to give a refund, so I still have to pay for it. And I don't have a flight to Atlanta. So if you guys want to send hate mail to Frontier Airlines and Expedia, because Expedia says, well, that's not our problem, you got to go through Frontier. And Frontier won't answer their chat bot. So I won't be in Atlanta, guys. And thank you, Frontier Airlines, for doing that. So if I have to go suddenly, I apologize. But my wife and I both have had chat things open and emails open and everything else. And if we get any kind of answer whatsoever, I gotta go.
It's been over 3 hours.
And it's been 3 hours in the making now. So There's my
Heard that.
negativity. So you guys send them all the hate mail you want to. I told them that it would be coming. I said if you don't
All
fix
right.
this by 8 o'clock, there's going to be a whole lot of people really mad at you. So get ready for it. So, hey, freak.
Heard that.
So if I just disappear, you guys know what happened. I had to go.
Do what you got to do, brother. Ash
And
man.
Salty, if I disappear while you're on here, I'm apologizing ahead of time. Thank you for being here. Big love to you. And if I have to, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right. Right.
Yeah.
Ash man, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, dude.
I just thought that we all of us in the chat, except for apparently Mike, who's got it all figured out. But the rest
Mike.
of us, the rest of
That's
us
my
in the
homie from high
chat, the
school.
rest of us here have to deal with the common reoccurrence of the same kind of reoccurring nonsense, and it isn't
Yeah.
anything new. It's been going on since we've been on.
Yeah.
And we, every once in a while, every 6 months or so, give that exact same speech. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's the
Just
same
put it-
stuff.
We'll just
The
go
only
back and record
difference
this
is-
content.
Right. The only difference is you can just plug in some new names that have gotten cancer diagnoses, and you can plug in some new names who have had to go, get a third job or whatever, or you could plug in some names of people that are still waiting for whatever test they're supposed to need to go
Yeah.
get, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I got a list of
So-
folks. If they want to complain about stuff, they can call and complain to them.
Right. It's just a friendly reminder that there's actually plenty of stuff to complain about. You don't have to make up shit to complain about on a social media platform.
Oh, but I want
That's
to be
all.
a big cry bitch on here. Oh. Get out of here.
Hey, what's happening, Zach? Good to see you. Good to see you.
What up, dude?
So tonight, yes, we got Salty Vault on, who is an absolutely amazing person. And ironically, in our conversation, like part of the reason she's able to make a push at her art career at this point is life, how life works out. And she has responsibilities of a mom, and she's made a commitment at the same time to try to build an art career. So, I mean,
Wow.
she's a perfect example of someone who's having to juggle a lot of different things, and that's not always easy. And she's good at a lot of different things, which is helpful, right? But the reality is, there's nobody on the wall behind me that's rich. There's nobody that's in any of these chats that are rich.
Rolling dough, Ginn, didn't you know?
Weirdo, you did great, man. Weirdo, you did great. But in the middle of a show, we typically don't just keep responding to the chat,
Yeah.
because this is a formal show. This is a formatted
Yeah.
show. So we can't just start commenting on every
Most-
chat that's made, or we won't ever get the show finished, because we got a guest coming on in 13 minutes. So we're not trying to be
folks don't
offensive
know
to
that.
you, but for folks that are returners to hear, this is a produced show. This isn't
Yeah.
I
I followed you, dude.
Anyway, there would be an example. Read the room.
I like your shirt. On a good note, you got a really nice shirt on. It's almost as cool as my hat. Almost.
But literally this week we got, so in the profile there, if you click on the link tree, there's a link for Johnny Ray, our friend Johnny Ray. She has started her second round of chemo this week.
Fighting cancer.
Fighting cancer. And because of that, just as an example, she literally is not able to work because of the kind of treatment protocols that she's going through. And she worked with kids, so that's a no-go anyway. So she's in a rough situation. She legit has things to complain about.
She doesn't know how she's going to pay her bills or buy food. And while we're
She
on
don't
that
know-
note, look at
Hey,
the top
Chuck, good to
of
see you,
our
man.
look in the top of our link trees and you will find the link for her GoFundMe. I promised her
Take
I
care,
would
Big
mention this
John.
every single time I was live. So please go take a look at that. Think about helping. Thank you to all of you that already have.
So yeah, so you got folks like her that legit are in a struggle for a fight for their life every single day. So I try to prioritize my time, whatever extra time I have, on issues like that, rather than who got what box on a social media platform.
Yeah.
It really just comes across as silly. Read the room.
Yeah, no, you're right.
While this conversation was going on, it played out more than once.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's why this is our hiding place, to all be together. Because last time I checked my handy dandy clipboard, Ash, it says that most people are, let's see what, dickheads. I'm sorry, that's what it says. My bad.
I wouldn't say that. So, we choose to use our platforms to create space for people to be creative, to collaborate, and to do that sort of thing. And the folks that roll through and don't get that, I'm okay with that. Don't really owe them an explanation. Though we sometimes do try to give them one, just as a courtesy. But
yeah.
Ashman here
it's beautiful.
has a full plate of responsibilities. He's got all kinds of stuff he's got to do that he don't want to do or like to do, or and it doesn't go away. But I've never seen him take it out on anybody. Except Chad, tonight. But Chad deserves it.
Did you see how I was dressed? I absolutely deserve it. Guys, that was sarcasm for those of you who didn't get that.
So the idea, the big dangerous thing that we're doing that is freaking a few people out apparently, is saying, hey, have some empathy. Read the room occasionally. Look around. Realize that it's not about you, whoever you may be. You aren't as important as you think you are. You just aren't. No matter who you are. Everybody's got struggles. Everybody's got stuff going on they're trying to sort through. And you're not unique in that. What can be unique is a community of people that accept that and help each other out. That understand that, hey, today I might not be able to give you 100%, Chad, but today I can give you 10%. But I'll give you that. Right? Tomorrow, maybe I can give you 20%. Maybe it'll be 5. But we all only have a certain amount of mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and other types of energy. And what you choose to spend them on, what you choose to entertain, has a lot to do with the kind of whether you have success or not. And if you're sitting out there thinking you're smarter than everybody and better than everybody and you're the best artist or you're the best whatever, you're wrong. You're mistaken. There's always somebody better. There's always somebody.
And the moment you think you are, it proves that you definitely are not.
So a little humility goes a long way. A little empathy goes a long way. A little kindness will go a long way. A little patience will go a long way, because that's what you are demanding of other people. When you dump your problems on them, you are demanding their patience and their kindness and their empathy and all of those things. So it seems only fair to me that those people should be able to set those expectations for you.
Yes, I am a very reciprocal person. You get back what you put in. And that's your decision. If you want me to be the nicest person in the world, I'm quite capable. If you want me to be the worst person in the world, I'm fully capable of that too. And well practiced.
This has been our semi-annual It's Not About You Ginn talk.
Well, thank you for coming to our Ginn talk.
Sure, and we're all guilty of it. Nobody's sitting up here saying we don't do it too. What we're advocating for is govern it, regulate
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Look around you, see who else
Self-regulation.
might have problems.
Self-regulation, self-governance
That's all.
is the
That's
most,
all.
I think, is probably one of the single most important things a human being does, is self-governance. Take care of yourself by making sure you're in line. Like, I spend a ton of time meditating, and most of the time I meditate on how much of a dumbass I am. And I know that comes off as a joke, but it's really
I
not.
see what you're saying, though. I get it.
Every time I get mad at my wife about something, you know what keeps our marriage cool? If I get mad at my wife about something, I stop and I think to myself, what do I do of equal or worse value that she has to deal with before I react to what she's done? Does she do things that are stupid? Sure, but guess who else does? This guy. So I try to self-govern, and am I always on it? No, I fuck up a lot. Pardon my French, for all y'all have never heard that word. But having that self-governance and that emotional control, like, are you going to get mad? Yes. Are things going to happen? Yes. Are you going to react to them? Yes. But you absolutely, if you want to be a decent human, you have to try to govern how you respond. And the thing about it is a lot of those folks that are around you may be as reciprocal as I am. And I'll repeat it. Do you want me to be the nicest person? I'm very good at that. Do you want me to be the worst person? I'm even better at that. I hate it, and I don't like it, and I don't want to be that way. But I will reciprocate. Self-govern your damn selves.
Well, and the thing about it too is that I see people like Johnny going out of their way to help folks or figure stuff out or be helpful to other people when they really got a whole lot on their own plate. So that's part of where I'm fortunate. I'm in a spot here that I literally get to talk to a lot of people. I come in contact with a lot of people and have a lot of conversations. And for whatever reason, people have real conversations with me. And so all the guests that have been on the Ginn Project show, I've had in-depth conversations with. I know some things about these folks. And there's nobody out there that just has an easy go of it. It's just, they hadn't been on the show yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't met them in the audience yet.
Sure.
So I'm coming from the perspective that everybody's got problems, and the sooner we can realize that, the sooner we can all start helping each other where we can. And that's what I was saying. Like, metaphorically speaking, I might only be able to give Chad 5% today, but I got to give him that 5%. And there's a like, we had a guest that was going to be on next week, and he contacted me, and it was late. It was before we were doing a flow state, and he said he wasn't going to be able to do the show potentially, and had some stuff going on, and I try to explain, look, this ain't really that big a deal relative to life. Like, this is just a thing on TikTok that happens once a week, and it's cool, and we enjoy it and all of that. But as far as, life or death decisions, this is not that. So do whatever do whatever you need to do.
Do you, boo-boo?
Yeah. But, on one hand, I very much appreciate that we have this ability to reach out and connect with people. On the other hand, what comes with that is some of the foibles that we as humans have, right? So the sooner we all just hold each other accountable and stop putting up with, petty nonsense, the better off we'll all be. I can't stay awake for the life of me today. Take care, Johnny. Hell, I don't blame you. You've been going through it, Johnny. So
Johnny,
you
when
get
you
some
get
rest.
a chance, give me a ring, give me an update, girl. Give me a call.
And we're going to
whenever
talk
you
smack
feel like
about
it.
you, even if
Yes.
you're asleep.
Everybody, go to Johnny Ray's profile. Go right now to her link tree. Hit up that GoFundMe. If you can't do that, go to mine. Hit the link
Is
tree.
Salty in
Hit the
here?
GoFundMe. Yeah, she was.
Right on. Hopefully we didn't run Salty off. If
She's
we
like,
did,
man, y'all too much
that's
today.
on me. If we did, that's on me, Salty. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel bad for folks because it seems like everybody's hurting, and sometimes that seems to
Feel you,
get
Johnny.
lost in the shuffle. It upsets me when I see people that are already hurting have meaningless stuff dumped on them. Hey, Sarge, what's going on? What's
Johnny,
going
I
on?
feel you. Johnny, I went to my cancer center yesterday. Everything's good with my health, but
Sorry, Johnny.
you know how it is to
Oh, there's Salty.
get you being there.
So I'm gonna give
Yeah, Salty
an
can't run out
apology.
with we're being salty. I mean, she's
So
called
she's
the
not
salty
implicated.
vault.
Yeah,
Like,
she can't be mad at us for being a
you
little
can't be
salty
mad at
about
us
it.
being salty.
I would venture to say she would probably agree with some of what I said.
She's gonna
Salty,
get up
we
in the
sent
window,
you
like
a-
sharpen
there
a
we
blade, and be
go.
like, "Yo, with y'all, hello, Salty Vault."
Hello.
Hello.
There she is. Hey, Salty, how are you?
Yeah. No, I'm doing great. I'm on board with what you said. I agree with boundaries and respecting everyone's story. So, I mean, I did have to unbuck her a little bit. That was pretty crazy there for a moment. Hi. Woo.
Well,
Well-
Salty, go ahead, Chad.
Now, I was just gonna say, I'm really glad you're here, and thank you for being here during Chad Month. Very much appreciated. And
Thanks for inviting me.
yeah, go ahead, Ginn. That's all I really have to say.
Chad, Ash, feel free to welcome Salty.
Yeah.
You hadn't gotten to say 2 words yet.
He's been like, y'all crazy today.
Well, the thing is that I had it rougher than everybody today.
we know you did, dude. We know.
This is
We know.
awesome.
I'm just kidding. Welcome to the show. I checked out your profile before the show, and amazing stuff. That's all I can say. Amazing
Thank you.
stuff.
Yes.
And Salty, we appreciate you being here. I hope we didn't set the table wrong for you there. That's about every 6 months
I got
thing
you.
we got to kind of do is kind of just remind folks that hey, we are this is a let's calm down a little bit here.
Can I reach out once in a
No, it's
while
all
into the
good.
digital world and be like, act right, fools?
And I'm the
No,
old
boundaries
man
are
just
good.
Just telling kids to get off my lawn.
Oh, I'm shaking my fist at the
Yep.
sky and yelling.
The hose and all.
So we those water hose and all. So it's great to have you on. I really enjoyed the conversation we had yesterday. And as far as introductions go, I like I was just saying, I get to talk to quite a few people, fortunately, as you and I were discussing yesterday. And it's always such a pleasure when I talk to someone that I don't really know that well. And I end up liking the person so much more than I already did after the conversation. There's kind of a sincerity to your way, to the way that you do things. And I know that you care very much about your family. That's a huge motivation for you. And it's also a huge part of your art journey. And I don't know exactly how much you're going to talk about that tonight, but I will just say that I have a lot of respect for the way you handle your business. You treat people kindly. You're straightforward. You're humble. You don't bring a lot of nonsense. You You're pretty direct, best I can tell. And your artwork is stellar. It is absolutely phenomenal. And the sculpting and carving stuff is recent. Like,
Yes.
you're good at
Wait,
a lot
well,
of
okay,
other
I don't know
stuff
that
too.
part,
If you look
but-
at the wall behind her, that's all her, y'all. So we're about to have an amazing
I'll give you guys a
conversation
tour.
with an incredible artist. And before we start this, I just want to make sure. My assumption was that you're not fabulously wealthy. Like,
No.
do you have a G5 aircraft?
No.
Do you have
No.
an entire accounting firm that does your taxes?
No.
Are there a team
Slacker.
of lawyers that handle your PR?
No.
Is there an entire
answered yes
HR
on that one.
department at the Salty Vault Studio?
It's all me.
So
Well, no,
all
not all
of this
of it.
is on you.
A portion of it.
Gotcha.
I got my family supports me quite a bit.
I just wanted to make sure. Now, is it true that you came from the same planet that Chad came from?
Yes.
I already
yeah,
told him,
sure.
Salty. I'm sorry. Cat's
No.
out of the bag. I told him.
Oh.
Do you wear the same type of skin suit that Chad wears?
She got an
Yeah.
upgrade. Cause
These are the
mine's-
hard-hitting questions you're going to have to answer tonight, Salty.
The hard-hitting questions. And I'm sure everybody's surprised that I chose a badass sculptor to bring on here. You know, big surprise,
Thank
surprise.
But here's
work
the
is
surprise
amazing,
for you,
Salty.
Chad. She is so much more than just a badass. And I know you didn't say just. I know you didn't say that, Chad. I'm not putting words in your mouth. But you're about to be pleasantly surprised at how badass she actually is.
Hell yes.
So, okay, Salty, we're going to head out now, and you can just tell everybody. No, I'm kidding. And she's got a great sense of humor, y'all. So, Salty, let's start at the very beginning. Your art journey, or the place that you're at in your art journey right now, is essentially tied around motherhood. Is that a fair way to describe it?
No. She's like,
Why did you ask that question?
you asked the wrong question out the gate,
It's
dude.
like gone.
That was it. I got her.
Jeez,
I got
Ginn.
the big question
I
right
worked
from the
hard.
beginning.
I worked hard to get all these millionaires in here to do these interviews.
Dang it, man.
And
Dang
you go
it.
asking questions where they
See,
take off.
now that's just confirmation, because if she had an entire team of social media handlers, that would never happen.
That was her HR department pulling her out of an HR nightmare.
There we go.
They were like, these
Yeah,
guys.
that was Laura. I'm thinking maybe Laura was like, "Hey, she needs to get out of here."
Oh, no. That was my janky Wi-Fi. That's proof right there.
That's
Oh, I
okay.
got the janky
We
Wi-Fi
got
too.
you. No, Chad's in the top of a
I
pine
put it
tree
on my
right
cell
now.
data, so hopefully
Yeah.
that sticks.
I'm
Sorry
like
about that.
holding,
Hey,
I'm
it's
like
no
holding
worries.
up old wire
Oh.
hangers and getting the right position to make it work. You know.
If it happens again, just do the same thing. No worries. It ain't
Yeah, no worries.
It ain't a big deal. We'll handle it. I believe it was probably Laura Jane, though. That's the person that handles HR for us. She's
Yeah,
in the
it's all her
chat,
fault.
and she might have got you out of here trying to keep your reputation intact
Save it.
before you got seen with the three of us.
Thank you, Laura.
She's like,
So, is it fair to say that your art career is tied to the fact that you're a mom? Is that fair to say?
Where I'm at right now, I made the decision with my husband, and I had that discussion when I became a stay-at-home mom, that I would work on my art career, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. My daughter's 13 now, so it's been slow because prior
Uh-oh.
6 more years, that's going to go by quick. So I've been
You're
building
back.
what I can
You're-
build.
You're back, but it glitched for a second. You said it's going slow, and the next thing we heard
Oh,
you
no.
say is 6 years.
Oh yeah, so I another 6 years. So that, is that good reception?
No, you're freezing up
Oh
really
no.
bad. It's not the first time. No worries. It's usually me.
So
should
you
see
and
us
your
try to do our
Wi-Fi
show on
again.
favorited.
you and your husband had a conversation, and you decided that you were going to be a stay-at-home mom, and part of that journey meant that you would be you would be able to dedicate some time to, because you'd be home, to your art. And it's been a slow journey, and the reason I wanted to highlight that is that you fit that dynamic of someone who is trying to create a career basically from scratch, right? And the help that you have is what you can find or what's around you in the art community, essentially, right? There's not some entity out there that's going to come make the
That's
dreams
right.
come true. You gotta put the work in and make it happen. And you've been
Yeah.
diligently doing that, and being a
Scheduling
mom
and
and working when you're able to on your art career. And now you're at a point that it's you're ready to kind of take that next step. Is that kind of a fair description of the current situation?
oh, always. I thrive on structure and goals. So when I set goals, and I try to give myself grace because I have to understand that my schedule needs to be flexible, and I'm, sometimes I set those expectations just a little too high for myself, and I don't want to let myself down, So I just have to understand that things take time, and hopefully it's still connected, but it gives me focus, So yeah, setting goals is really important, and even if it's slow, it's still I still have my eye on the prize. It's all good. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I only get 6 more years with my daughter before she's 18. So
That was what the 6 years was about. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't catch that. That's what I was wondering what you were saying.
Yes.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, balance is I would imagine balance would be very difficult with kids, and that's in the conversation we had yesterday, Salty. It was very obvious to me that your family is really important to you, and that just in that conversation, in the ebb and flow of it, you could tell that there were times when you were doing stuff for or with your daughter, that obviously meant you weren't able to pursue this other thing, other than at night when everybody's asleep, or in those times that moms tend to find a little space to do things. And I got to take my hat
I
off
had
to you
to stop
because
doing that.
say
you.
again.
Oh, I had to stop burning the midnight oil because it was burning me out. So I had to learn to schedule myself just a little more, I guess, more kind to myself, because I was no good to my craft or my family when I was overly tired. So
That's
that self-care is really important, to consider.
I am extremely, currently, actively familiar with that struggle. Got to make the art.
Yeah,
you got to raise the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
While keeping yourself healthy and sane.
Yes,
And-
there's just so many. That's what Sister Octopus was a little bit about, because the 8 arms, sometimes I feel like I only have one child, so it's
Yeah, me too.
I don't have 5. There's certainly other mothers out there with many more children than I do. So my hat's off to them, for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like I need 8 arms, and everybody's, like you said in the intro earlier, everyone has their own story, and that's very important to remember when you're dealing with other people, because you never know what type of load they're carrying.
Yeah.
Well, it is super impressive that the mom sitting in front of me has the artwork arrayed around her that she does, because It's phenomenal stuff. It really. Ash, you said you were checking out her spot, man. Do you have any? Does anything jump out at you? You have such a great eye.
The fact that you just started wood carving is amazing to me, because I was
How
looking
long?
at that and thinking, wow, she's been doing this for a very long time. I mean, it was incredible, like the amount of skill that was in those wood carving. 5 years. Wow, that's really a short time.
Yep.
And yeah, those pieces, especially the
Thank
ones you
you.
had pinned, I
Thank
was
you.
just like, phenomenal stuff. That's
Yeah.
all I could say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Think-
I
I
appreciate
can't
that.
wait to see the
I
paintings.
think
because-
that being an artist and or just being a multimedia artist has lent to probably a lot of my success with wood carving, because I've studied a lot of perspective, right? You know, with painting and drawing and stuff. So it's definitely helped quite a bit.
That's the
Yeah.
great thing about it. When you study multiple medias, they all start to head
Yeah.
towards your goal, because everything you've learned is going to help no matter what it is.
That's right.
And even if it's like me building a cabinet, I'm going
Another
to
tool in the belt.
understand the physics of it, you know, when I go to draw a cabinet or something like that. So it's very, it shows in your work. That's all I can say.
Thank you. Thank you.
So take us to the beginning. You know, where you're, you know, when you first started your art journey, and you know, kind of what you started with. Were you, you know, using crayons or pencils or paint, or how did it all start?
Anything I could get my hands on, really. I've and
Yeah, right.
being an artist has been my goal, you know, since I was, as long as I can remember. I've always just if I was creating, I was content, you know, and that's just that I've had this internal drive. Even when I'm away from my art, I crave it, and the longer I'm away from it, you know, the more I crave that and have that urge. It's almost a visceral thing for me.
Yeah.
Not as much of an anxious feeling, but very similar, you know, like just that. I'm sure many of you guys understand what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Creatives probably feel that pretty consistently. For as long as I can remember, I've been doing artwork. I have a couple little pieces from when I was a teenager that I could show you guys. I was into a lot of just studying some of the great artists out there and trying to replicate their work. I wouldn't say that I know who these artists were that I did, but I was very young in this. I was probably in my mid-teens.
Wow.
Wow.
Very good.
Wow. Hold on, slow down.
It's a little beat up. Oh,
A horse. She came out
Looks
the
great.
gates with a horse, y'all. I don't know much, but I know those are hard to do, right?
Yep.
Artists.
Yes.
Wow.
My grandpa used to call me that all the time.
so I was predominantly pencil work, I'd want to say. A lot of pencil work. I did a lot of colored pencils. In my 20s, I would say I was going into portrait work, and I would pick up commissions because when I was working, I was doing call center work, so I was at a desk on a phone. So I have ADHD, so I was always wanting to keep my hands busy while I was talking. So I was picking up portrait commissions in my 20s.
Oh,
Wow.
get out of here. That is gorgeous work.
Wow.
And for folks that don't know, drawing children is very hard.
Uh-huh.
It's very easy to make them look like old people.
The perspective was wild, too.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks to everybody
They're
joining us.
big-headed.
We really appreciate
Yep.
y'all being here. Wow.
That's wonderful.
That's
Oh.
crazy. That's so.
So these are my 20s. This is my grandmother.
Wow.
When she was a
Dude.
child.
Oh my God.
Come on. Come on.
Oh.
Amazing. So tell me this, Salty.
So
Do you prefer to like have a reference photo, or do you just dream stuff up sometimes and make it? Like you said, the octopus was kind of a reference to motherhood. So it's obviously conceptual art in some way.
So it's the so I'm sorry, I was distracted a little bit. So
Cool.
I will use, like, in portraits, I definitely would like to have a reference.
Gotcha.
With, yeah, and also even with my carving, I'll study the animals before
Right on.
I do it. And once I have a good idea, I sketch out, I do a sketch of it. I create a 3D visualization in my mind
Mm-hmm.
ahead of time. That helps. Sometimes I just wing it. There's one of my carvings that I did that with that yeah, so I mean, but it takes much longer when you wing it because you're going by feel, you know.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
But it's so worth it.
Yeah.
I think it personally, it would probably be more worth it with my paintings and drawings, but with sculpting, it's like, man, it takes so long to do them. And I noticed that. I'm like, man, if I plan ahead of time, I can cut my time down.
Yeah.
You know,
I have to
think,
do
or
that
I
too.
hope.
I have to have a plan. I might be
But
able to
there's a
deviate
trade-off.
from the plan, but there's got to be some sort of a
You're
plan.
right.
You know what I mean?
There's a trade-off in my brain, at least. Yes, I can save time if I have it planned out, but I lose something. And I'm not discrediting folks that work differently because everybody has their own way. But for me specifically,
Mhm.
if I don't
Right.
work out of my head, I lose a certain fix that I get, or a certain amount of therapy, or a certain feeling. You were talking about that feeling that you get when you don't get to do work. I think it is most comparable to being hungry.
Mm.
But
Mm.
yeah.
Right on.
Uh-oh.
It's
I think we lost her again for a second here.
it's
guys.
an actual need.
Yeah, and
A
whenever
I thought she was
it's
just-
always off the cuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
man.
it's this feel of
Oh,
the
man.
music that's
We'll get her
playing in the
back. It's okay.
background. It's a feeling of power, really, like emotional
Yeah.
power. And I
Mhm.
just rip through drawings constantly, you know, and it really
Thank you.
it really puts something into it for me. But you know, I also
Yeah.
do planned work as well.
What,
But
Sure.
what you're
tend to
talking
do
about
the other.
is empowerment,
yeah,
like psychological empowerment.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
She's back. We got you back.
Sorry.
Nah, dude, you
I
don't have
thought
to
I said
apologize,
something really
Salty.
dumb and you were just looking at me like, seriously? I was like, oh, wait a minute. It was
So-
crazy.
What we're gonna take that clip
No,
and
no.
I'm gonna put some words in there that says Salty is thinking that is the dumbest question I've ever been asked.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever
And
heard.
then I'm going to put an
in my life.
arrow
Oh,
down to Chad. I'm going to draw an arrow directly to Chad. So thank you for that, Salty. We really appreciate you getting us that so we can mess with Chad. Just teasing.
Right.
We would never do such a thing. We would never do such a thing. So,
Liar, he would.
so you were talking about how you actually can do both, right? You come up with a plan, but you're willing to deviate from that plan, obviously, if it's necessary. But you also do create
Oh,
art
yes.
just off the top, just off the dome. And
Yes.
and what Chad was saying was that for him, experientially, doing it out of his head gives him a more fulfilling experience, but it also results in better art.
For me.
Which is interesting to me because that's not my process. So it's kind of amazing to me that he can get where he gets
is
the way he
interesting.
does it, because I would never be able to function the way Chad functions.
Well, that's
So,
seeming
and
my function.
it's like a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my best work comes when I have
Yeah.
no idea what's gonna, like, tools to the wood before I know what's happening.
Oh wow.
So I feel like I've done that, but I start with the sketching first. I
Yeah,
don't know, maybe to give myself that finite visualization, and then I can branch out from there. So I think maybe but not just. I would be scared to do that with the wood
it's scary.
because I don't know. Maybe it's it is.
I like that though.
because it's
I learned that's part
forever.
of what I like. Well, it's not. Here's the thing.
So it's-
Most of the time, a lot of the wood I work with is right here off my farm. So if I screw it up, I've lost my time, and don't get me wrong, it's extremely irritating. But I throw the piece back into the firewood pile. Now, like,
or do you
with
just
something-
go pivot?
I'll be honest with you. I tell
You
people
pivot?
that, but more what happens is I continue working on it until I like it. It's kind of like with painting. I'll
Right.
do the same thing. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I continue painting until I like it.
Happy mistakes.
Now, yeah, that's absolutely right. Now, carving, like you said, it's scary because with paint, you can keep adding paint and keep adding paint. As you know, with carving, once that sawdust is on the floor, it's on the floor.
It's gone. I've had whole chunks of work come flying off, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's not going to be what I thought it was, and just move on,
Keep rolling.
I've got a stack of potential guitar necks that during the process of them getting made, there's a problem somewhere. Something got torn out or chipped or whatever, and it rendered it useless. As far as that for that purpose, being willing to have loss like that, or being willing to fail on some projects, I think is a common strand between artists that are really good at what they do. I think you guys are risk takers to some extent. Like you, Salty, I think I vibe with you on that. At least have a plan, right? I'm willing to jump out of the plane or jump off the cliff or whatever,
Preferably.
but I want to make sure my chute is packed properly, and I got an altimeter, and I got some basic training going on here or something. I'm not just going to
Yeah.
jump out the back of a plane with flip flops on. So, I think that it's really amazing that people get results in different ways. And what's really cool, we were having this conversation yesterday, and Chad and Ash and I have had it too. You're good at a lot of different things, and sometimes we have to convince people that that's possible. There's a subset of people that just can't accept the fact that human beings might be more good at more than one thing. Like, oh, well, you were a painter and now you're sculpting, so you must not be. Well, no, these people are creative, and they bring that creative mindset and skill set to whatever medium, right? So that's another reason I'm excited to talk to you, is you're another example of people like my brothers here, and like Severed Art and S.A. Artistries and Eve's Artistries and the whole list of people in the chat down here. They're good at a lot of different things, and sometimes that's hard to convince the general public of. Has that been y'all's experience, fellas?
Well,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
going to
I'm
go
sorry.
back to that hunger thing, because it's funny you mentioned that, Chad, that it's a hunger, and that you mentioned that you need to get back to your artwork. I've been sketching for the last couple days, and before that I was wood burning for weeks. And now, I was sitting on the sofa a little while ago before the show, and I was like, I really need to do charcoal. And it was like this emotional feeling of I really do. And it was almost like I got a couple hours before the show, and I'm like, no, save it.
And it's the same
And
feeling
get
like,
back to
oh,
it.
I want pizza, or hey, I need
Yeah.
a burrito, or man, I gotta, I gotta go have
Exactly.
this.
Craving.
Yeah, craving. Yeah.
Yeah.
And part
Is
of
that the same for you,
ADHD.
Salty?
Yeah, it's I kind of feel like having the mixed medium background is very helpful. It's been part of my journey. Like
100%.
like I mentioned, I feel like it's helped me be a better sculptor for visualization reasons. In fact, and I forget who I was talking to about this. It was another artist, but I find that sculpting, although the process is maybe not harder, it's longer, right? It takes more time to do. It's almost easier for me to sculpt than it is to paint, if that makes sense. Because in painting, you're taking a 3D image and you're giving it depth. and you're
Yep.
getting the perspective. Like, okay, I know that this animal is going to look like this from the bottom, right, or from behind, and you have to give it a 3D effect in a 2D, you know, 2D medium, versus with sculpting, I can go all the way around it, you know, and okay, this makes sense. It's attached to, like, the octopus's arm is actually attached to its body right here. Although it doesn't look like it from over here, I can walk around it and see that. So it's easier, versus like on 2D, the octopus's arm could look like it's not even attached, I guess, if it's in the right, if you're not doing it right. So so it's I think that I think multi-medium artists, I accept that title because I guess it is who I am. But right now where I'm at, I'm a wood carver, you know, or I'm an artist, really. I'm a creator. I find
you're an artist.
I find
you're an artist,
opportunity
period.
to create
Full stop.
anytime I can. You know, anytime I can, I try to find out, and I use the tools that I've learned along the way to make other people's lives more beautiful. You know, if I can create a card for somebody and utilize the calligraphy that I've learned along my way, I mean, that's really going to brighten someone's day versus just going and spending $10 or between 5 and 10 on a card. So
that's one of the points that I wish, if I was able to like have some kind of magic way of convincing somebody of some simple little point related to the art community, it would be that people like you, Salty, are even better artists because of the fact that you're a multimedia artist. I agree with you 100%. Everything you just said, 100%. I'm in. And you know, it's a strange thing because it's cyclical too. Like I've noticed with Ash and with Chad and with other people that I mentioned, they'll be working on something for a while, and then that impetus or that whatever it is will hit them that they got to switch gears and do something different. And if they don't do that, I've seen them try to fight against doing that, and they're miserable and their art is not good. Now, nobody might know that because they put on a brave face and they go do what they got to do because they're professionals. But the truth of the matter is they're not happy doing it. It's a grind at that point. And we're all on a grind anyway. It's hard work. That's another thing people don't realize about artists. You work incredibly hard. And it isn't just a given every day that you're going to be able to do that, right? And she'll be back. But
she's
as a
having
mom,
Chad
for example, you're a dad, Chad. You know, sometimes kids get sick. Sometimes kids' friends have problems that you have to deal with. Sometimes they want to go to, you know, ball practice or dance lessons or whatever's going on. So there's a lot of that goes behind them actually trying to take care of those things. So an artist like Salty manages to mix in this amazing art while juggling that other stuff. Oh, and let's not forget, she's also a wife. You know, she's also got other family members that are not directly in the same house that she's in, that she has to, you know, be concerned with. She's got friends, you know, people that care about her. So we balance all of these different things and then still come out with this amazing art. I think that's commendable. And maybe that's why I'm drawn to you guys. Is because my observation is that you take this skill set that you have and you apply it as a creative to whatever endeavor you're doing. I mean, when I'm building something in the shop, I'm still using the skills that I used when I was building jet engines or crewing fighters or making drinks for that matter and dealing with the public. All of those years bartending certainly pay off here.
Yeah.
Dealing with us?
dealing with
He's
people
like
that
my
show up in the
co-host.
chat at a minum, right?
My
The
co-host
people
is
that we
so
have
dumb,
to
they
deal
seem
with,
drunk
I
all the
think,
time.
might be sitting in a bar sometimes, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
So, Salty, um, is there some kind of subject matter that you're particularly? I mean, I could see it, but that you're particularly into, or is it like
I
anything
love
goes?
water.
You love
Yeah,
water.
sorry. I love the water. I'm definitely an ocean
Me
girl.
too.
I've grown up around the water my whole life, and it's particularly important to me. Um, just throughout my whole life, we always had. I grew up in California. I was born in California. We were there for the first 10 years of my life, and I've been here. We were in Colorado for a little while, and then we came here, and I've been here for over 30 years. So Florida's very near and dear to my heart. When we first got here, I wasn't very thrilled about it. Coming from Colorado, it was hot, sweaty, and swampy.
Right.
But it grew on me.
Yes,
Colorado.
I love it.
Right?
Thanks.
Yeah,
again.
it was not. But it grew on me. I love it. Definitely turned me into a swamp girl. So, a lot of my art is Florida centric. I'd say most of the paintings that I've done in the last 10 years are of flora or fauna. I was here in the state, unless it's a commission, by request. And definitely the wood. The wood's all naturally sourced here from Florida. We have a friend here locally that needs some trees taken down, and my husband went over there and dropped the trees and brought them home. They were going to be frames for the paintings. And I just one day got a burr in my behind and decided to make a turtle for my mother-in-law for a holiday as a gift, and that was it. I fell in love with the craft, and my husband got me some chisels. And there's another, for me personally, the vibration I get, and probably physically because of the impact of the tools or the rotary of the tools, but I feel more, there's a lot more power and energy coming through me as an artist or as a person physiologically when I'm carving than when I'm painting. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't know,
totally
Chad, if
different
you're
feel.
familiar with that.
I am.
It's like
Yes.
I've got creativity coming out of my fingertips, It's pretty
like
cool.
Yeah, it's a different feeling going from painting to carving, and it's hard to explain
It is.
unless somebody has experienced it. But it's like thunder coming out of your fingertips or something when you're doing
It
that.
is.
It sounds like you found your medium.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like when I'm oil painting, it's like classical music in a way. When I'm doing charcoal,
Yeah.
it's metal. It's it's just heavy.
That's
and
cool.
Bam. And I feel like when I'm sketching, it could be anything. So yeah, I feel you on that. It's like
That's
amazing when you
fascinating.
find your medium.
Yeah, I
Ginn,
was
you
sitting
and I
there
kind of
thinking-
talked about that yesterday, and I find that other artists, other individuals in general, their perspective on the world just really fascinates me. What makes us tick, or even I think what started that, of course, was looking at myself, internalized. But when you change that and you look at other people and you see what makes them tick, is just really a beautiful thing. Like how we perceive the world as individuals is really fascinating, and we're charged with that as artists to express that and share our own perspectives. And it just really teaches. I hope that it teaches others to be more accepting of each other as individuals, because it is pretty cool. Like I never thought of like how you just said you related it to music. Like there's different times in my carving that I want to listen to different music. Like the beginning for Knockout, I want to listen to some heavy metal, because it gives me that vibe, that real powerful and strong. But then when I'm at the end at detailing, you'll probably hear me listening to more classical music, depending on what I'm doing,
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
really interesting. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Thank you
that's
for
cool
sharing
you
that
say
with me.
that. I do the same thing. Like I might have like crazy deathcore music playing, and then when I'm doing like fine detail, I may be listening to like Mozart,
Yes.
and it
Yeah.
depends on what I'm doing, what piece I'm working on, and Yes, I totally get it, and
Playlist is
I'm going to
probably
back
all
up
over
to
the
what you were.
place.
Oh, it is. It's all over the place. But I was recognizing, it's like you just said, Ash, she found her medium. And I was watching while you were explaining it, and it was a lot like the way that I found it.
She lit up.
You know? Yeah, and the way you explained it and the look on your face when you're talking about it, I completely connect with that.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
You know, you mentioned
Thank you.
you mentioned earlier ADHD, and Chad kind of gave a confirmation that he sort of lives in that world, and Ash lives in that world. And you know, that's another interesting observation from the outside, kind of looking in, is another thing that the artists that I find around me that are so incredible, some of the best, all have that similar quality as well. And it's, you know, I think it drives part of it, right? The reason you are a multimedia artist in part is because of the ADHD stuff and the way that it makes your brain work. But you've managed to harness that in a way that comes out with this amazing artwork, right? So you've managed to adapt to your own brain as an artist in a lot of ways. You had to like learn what your brain wanted to do, if I'm describing this right, and actually make this come out into your art. And then that in itself is like a hurdle to get over in a way, right? Am I wrong here? Is that accurate description?
And it's self-realization too, learning what makes you tick. I think my art has helped me with my ADHD in many different ways, like going back to goal setting and having structure and stuff. Because when you're a stay-at-home mom, in my own personal, story, it can be chaotic. You know, I don't have a clock to punch. I don't have somebody, telling me I have here this time you can go take your lunch and whatnot. I have to create that schedule to give my own family structure, and also, find time to work on what I'm passionate about. And that even up until recently, I've been building a schedule because I feel like I need that. Like I've got, like the octopus, I've got my arms out doing so many different things, and I need that schedule so that I can create more time for myself with my art. And that's how my art helps me, is helping me, prioritize what's important. Is it important to sit flipping through social media for 45 minutes to decompress, or do I schedule that time during the week so that, I'm going to spend 3 hours out in the shop every other day, versus just kind of flying by the seat of my pants when I'm not scheduled for my daughter, which I know is guaranteed, right? I got to feed her 3 times a day. I've got to do, the tasks and the chores that go along with that. Those are guaranteed. So figuring out how to structure the gray time is very important for me, and I think that art has helped me with that for sure. A lot of self-realization with artwork too, for sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's certainly, that's got to be the case. So it's interesting though, right? There's this, like you can't, having a child comes with the unpredictable, right? Like we were saying, you may not have heard, but one of the times you dropped down, as a mom, you might wake up one day and your little girl, she's not feeling good, and you gotta that changes the whole schedule for the day. It don't matter what you had going on, or
that could be
you get a call
long.
from the or the week or two, or you get a call from the school, or maybe she's out playing and one of her friends get hurt. The next thing you know, you're the one taking that kid to get some whatever. It's just, from my observation, being a parent comes with some stuff that's unpredictable.
Chaos factor.
Sure does.
And so that makes it even more remarkable for the demonstration of art that you have behind you. And I would like to point out too, and I'm not going to put you on the spot because you're good people and I wouldn't want to do that to you. I do that to Ash and Chad.
I was about to say he reserves that for us.
I'm born and raised on the Gulf Coast. My heart is in Louisiana and the Panhandle of Florida there, and the Gulf of Mexico. And I grew up surfing and fishing and diving and water skiing and doing all the things. Um, so that body of water particularly matters to me, and all the rivers and estuaries and stuff that go into it. And I live now in the western North Carolina, and those white sands that are on Pensacola Beach and Panama City Beach and that area are from the mountains that originated in these mountains that I now live in. So there is a whole system at play out there, and I've gotten to see some pretty amazing things diving in the Gulf. But the cool thing about it is, I think a lot of it is the way it is still, especially after like the BP oil spill and all that kind of stuff, because artists like yourself are creating images of the things that are in that space. And I think in your own way, you're bringing awareness to the fact that we should probably, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but the fact that we should probably do a good job of taking care of these spaces for the next generations and for, time immemorial. Like I said, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but as someone who loves that, I can tell you, loves that body of water and all that goes with it, I can tell you that people like yourself are probably the reason that it got cleaned up, for example.
Yes, yeah. I thank you. I appreciate that. I do find it very important for us to protect our ecosystem locally, and it starts locally too. A lot of times we'll get lost in what's happening on the big picture, but I heard somebody today actually say this, a tribal member from the Mikosuke tribe. They're down in the Everglades, and this person said that I'm sorry, he was a gladesman that works with the Mikosuke tribe, but he said that you have to work on yourself in your home before you can be any good for Mother Earth. And it was really profound, because he was coming to this realization because there's been a lot of media focus on that area recently, and I won't go too deep into it, but he's seeing a lot of people that are battling each other, and it's just toxic and it's painful, and he's saying, hey guys, let's focus on what's important right now, and that's taking care of our home versus fighting. And so so my artwork, I want to just bring it back to that. I want to bring people's eyes on the local environment if I can, and also reach outside of the state. I think that's important. Florida's is a common destination for a lot of people, and respecting the land here locally is important if you want to come back, and see it again. So it's beautiful, beautiful state, and it's really, I love it. There's more to it than theme parks. There's just so much more to it. I never would have thought when I was a 12-year-old coming here, cutting through the heat like butter, like it was just so hot, the humidity. I know you know what I'm talking about, Ginn.
Yeah, that's why I left.
See, I'm okay with it now. I spend so much time out in the garage. I'm kind of proud of myself that the wood sculpting has kind of made me a stronger person. I sit out in that garage and I'm acclimated. I can go out and stomp around in the outdoors, and it doesn't bother me too bad. And that's a blessing from, my craft, working with the wood from the land, and making something beautiful and sharing that with people. So it's definitely, the ecosystem's important to me, for sure.
Well, take us on that visual journey. You have a ton of art. I want to make sure that you have time to talk about kind of your process and kind of why you do. You've talked a little bit about that, why you do what you do, and kind of how you do what you do, just make sure you have enough time because you cover a lot of ground.
Okay.
So,
I can flip the camera around and just walk it around. I actually curated this art room just for this interview, and I am very appreciative for the motivation to do that, because to sit in here, and this is probably the first time in years that I've put artwork up in this room. We kind of put everything into storage and packed it away because I needed the space for.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I needed the space for it.
Oh no, 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 no.
Well, it's okay. We're going to get her back. And the
Her
art
art
is
was too good for
absolutely...
TikTok. You can't handle it.
Yeah, her art's just too good for TikTok. We can't keep her
They're like,
on.
pump the brakes, you creatives. You might actually change humanity to be better.
No worries.
I was catching some of that child chaos. I don't know if you guys caught that. We were literally talking about it, then I had to mute and like,
Child chaos.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, Savage.
The
Child
suspense.
chaos. Yeah, man. We're about to get a treat because I think you're going to love this journey, Ash, especially because she got some cool stuff, man. She got some cool
I
stuff.
cannot read that word, dang, without hearing it in Joe Dirt's voice.
Dang.
Dang! Oh, dang!
Well,
What do
I
we
was
got you
thinking you were
here?
going to say Roy. Dang, Bobby.
Oh, dang it, Bobby.
That one. Yeah,
That's
that
what
one.
I hear.
That's what I
Oh.
heard.
Southern dang. Oh, dang. Dang it, Bobby. It's all good.
Me too. Me too, Salty. I think it's trying to send her up, but it's
Yeah.
giving her problems probably.
It's struggling.
I see mods are trying to send her up.
You guys can take this brief moment to write hate mail to Frontier Airlines.
It let me up? Okay.
Frontier Airlines is
Sorry
gonna get
about
it
that,
today.
guys. Let's see if it's.
You're
see if
good, no
it'll let
worries.
me.
You can't control it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no worries, Salty. We're just glad you're here, my friend.
So I'll start in the corner. This was done. There's 3 of them back here, but this was done. I did this for my daughter's nursery, so I'll just show that
Aw.
off. And that was the beginning of my acrylic journey. My daughter's. I can't pull these back, but and that was some more acrylic. That was a Halloween costume. It's actually pretty cool. It's a mushroom hat, and you activate it with a flashlight, and it glows, and it's got lights built underneath it that I put underneath it, so it lights up, so it lights your face up.
Oh, I need one of
I
those.
want it on. I want to wear it. That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. That is cool. I could just see Chad running down
need
the
one
street
of
with his
those.
little mushroom hat on, all lit up.
absolutely.
He'd be so
You know
happy.
I'd wear that too.
He'd just be so
You know I
happy.
would.
He'd be, all his troubles
know I
would be
would.
gone. He'd have his mushroom hat.
Oh.
He'd
It
be so
is
happy.
cool. I've worn
That is
it.
too cool. Too cool.
I've worn it. I wore it for Halloween. She wore it for Halloween 2 years ago. I wore it last year.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Now, not to be political, but this is our current in charge of the executive branch, his youngest, and that was during that first term. I was just really hopeful that we would be putting some focus on the environment, but we see how that went. So, anyways,
Heard that.
Right?
Oh,
this was
What?
the first octopus that I carved.
Chad hates it. I can see on his face. He can't stand it. He hates it. Chad, stop it.
I'll just tell you
It's
guys in
good,
the chat,
Chad.
if you're not enjoying yourself, I don't
Oh my
care. I'm having a damn fine time.
This is amazing. Is that looks like cedar or something?
Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Okay, good.
No,
there
you came
you're
back.
back.
You're good.
You're back.
You froze up
Yes,
for just
it's
a
all
second.
cedar.
Came right back.
That's mostly
Oh
what
my
I have.
gosh.
Oh,
That
can you
is
see me?
cool.
Yeah, we got
Yes.
you. We're good.
Yeah, we got you.
So this is my
Do you
profile
mind going
picture.
back to the octopus? It froze for just a second while you were showing the
Oh, yeah.
octopus. Oh man, that is so
love it.
cool. understanding. I love it.
Uh,
Chad hates it, but I love it. Ash
oh
loves
yeah,
it too.
terrible.
So that's the trunk of the tree, and these are the branches.
No.
So it's an
awesome.
upside down tree, pretty much.
Yes. Oh, that's so awesome.
And this is during my watercolor phase. I have this as my profile background, actually.
Yes.
Nice.
And this is before I knew I was going to be a wood carver. If you look closely, there's... it was representing anger. There I was doing some emotions in watercolor.
Fishing foe. Thanks, fishing foe. Good to see you, man.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
And that's
Oh,
inspiration.
I was just, yeah, that is awesome.
Wow. Wow. What were you thinking there, Salty?
Inspiration. Did you hear me? Inspiration.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Just that feeling.
Oh, wow.
And this is called Flight of Disney. So I was really not a big Disney kid, but I married into a Disney family. So this was kind of like when my daughter was a baby, and I was like, oh man, I hope she doesn't become, because I'll cater. If she's into it, we'll go down that road. But luckily she actually did not turn out to be a Disney kid. But if you look really close, there's some Disney characters in the dress.
Wholeheartedly understand. I see that little rodent.
I think Ashman's in agreement.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I think I have. I'm gonna save those ones. Okay.
So what is
and then
it
I have my
Disney
sketch.
that makes you creative types not like Disney?
I don't like Mickey's.
Oh, that's a good question.
I was like,
Ooh,
Yeah.
You don't like
How long
Mickey's
do you
face?
have?
Okay.
I just don't like
You
it.
got a beef with Mickey.
Yeah.
y'all.
I got a
knew it.
massive
I
beef
knew
with
it.
Mickey.
how
gotta
long
be
do
from
you
there.
Would it
have?
be appropriate? Zia's got some serious reasons, but it probably wouldn't be too
Right.
PC.
I totally know what your reasons are, given that you live near Disneyland,
Oh.
Disney World.
Oh, and
or
I'm not.
whatever.
There's so much more to see in this state. Really, it's
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's see. Which way do I want to go? I'll go over here. Let me put this stuff up real quick.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Wonderful.
Well, that fishbowl sticks right out of that painting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I should turn this off because this is kind of giving it a glare.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
And I'll get closer to it. So there's some orchids in there and spotted eagle rays. So it's kind of like a still life surrealism.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Look at
Modge,
the water,
Modge.
y'all.
Yeah. The glass.
Golly.
That's what's really got me right now is
And the
You-
reflection
you
on the glass, the lid of the thing. Holy cow! I love this concept of a fishbowl with rays in it. That's just dope. That by itself is cool.
yeah. Very
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, right, y'all. I'm feeling. Yeah, absolutely.
Pixelation. I meant to say something earlier on one you had with the pixels. That's really damn cool.
I have a lot of pixels in the acrylics.
I like it a lot.
We're so stuck on technology, and I just really, there's a lot of good that can come from it, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot not good, and
Yeah.
it's just hopeful that we can find the goodness in it. So,
That's the hope.
all right. I'll stick with the acrylics, and then I'll do the wood stuff last.
That lionfish.
So this is lionfish, and they're a serious problem here in Florida waters.
Yeah.
Big problem.
Yes.
So hopefully I could find a lionfish tournament to possibly take this to. That would be nice. I don't really know how to approach them about it, but that was the hope.
Yeah.
But he's cool, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. And for those that don't know, lionfish is an invasive species that's in the Gulf. Well, it's another place too, but it's in the Gulf. And as far as I know, there aren't a whole lot of predators for it, or if any. So it's just.
Sorry, they are
No,
training. They're training.
Oh,
Oh no!
you froze. If you can hear me.
They're training. Oh man, come on, ninjas!
They're training an army of Ginns to go after the lionfish. There you go.
We're ready. We're coming at them. We're training
Seals?
a SEAL team of
seals.
gray seals, walruses. What are we training?
They're playing the horns.
Labrador retrievers. We gotta know what they're training.
There we go. We're training dolphins.
Dolphins. We're
We really
okay.
do that,
Hold on, before you tell us, gang. What's our final answer? What are they training?
Dolphins.
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 We're going with dolphins.
Sure, why not?
So it's grouper,
Oh, awesome.
trash can of the sea.
Yes.
Huh.
So they're enticing them with they're just kind of like, they'll injure them and they'll put them close to them, and groupers eat everything. I think they're doing they've found that some bull sharks is it bull shark?
That is bullshit.
I don't know.
Bull
It's one of
sharks are
the one
pretty
of the
aggressive
sharks
too,
are yeah.
Hmm.
So we can hope for that. And they also have tournaments open for anglers to go out and capture them. And they're, from what and I haven't tried, which I should because I've painted them, but they're really good eating from what I understand. So they're available locally if you can figure out where to find it at. Like Whole Foods has it, but it's like $18.99 a pound, which is crazy because it's invasive. It should totally be more affordable, but
Wow.
corporate America's got to do their thing. So,
Hey,
but yeah.
Told y'all she was from the same planet. It's like corporate America. I'm like, yeah, you tell them, girl.
Yeah. And you know who that is.
Oh,
Oh.
I heard of that.
The Salty Vault, y'all.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, well,
That is a Portuguese man of war, and it's prey. The
Nautilus.
Janthina snails. Yep, Janthina. They're purple, and that's why these guys are purple. And I got a little girl over here blowing bubbles. That's that surrealism.
nice.
Love that. So cool. And trust me, the camera doesn't do it justice. They're probably way cooler.
This is
look at
El
the
Dorado.
dolphin. Speaking of dolphin, there's a
Let me
chicken
turn this
dolphin.
light up.
El Dorado.
El Dorado,
Wow.
that's right.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
I love it. When you change the light, it went from a dolphin to a skeleton. I love it.
That's like a river fish or something. What is it?
Mahi mahi.
That
Mahi mahi.
it's mahi mahi, yeah,
Yep.
from Dorado, or we
Yep.
called them chicken
Which is
dolphins.
a
is what they were
dolphin.
called in the
Okay.
We
painting.
call them they call them dolphin too, but not that kind, not a porpoise.
Right.
So, but El Dorado, that's the one I named it El Dorado. But I did this for Dia de los Muertos.
Delicious.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You and
Yes,
SA
very delicious.
Artistries would vibe out on that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that's its prey.
Flying fish. Yes.
Yep. It eats
Flying
that.
fish. Absolutely does.
That is too cool.
It also will eat a bait that looks like that. Delicious, y'all. They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Yes, it will.
And they're fun to catch, too.
Oh no.
Those are amazing. I
And
absolutely love
this is
them.
not me, so you guys
She's
know,
like, let's
but
be real
it
clear
is.
real quick.
I did use a different model besides myself, just so we
You
know.
did not
But
tell me there was
but
going to
it
be
is
porn in this.
representative.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, sorry. Did I have to?
I'm kidding.
no, no,
I'm
no,
only
no.
Oh, do I have
teasing,
to not do
Salty.
that?
I was
He's
only
just
kidding.
messing
Put my
with you.
thumb
I was
over
just being
it?
a little
He's just
salty.
messing with you.
I was just being a
No,
little
you're good.
You're
salty.
fine.
So I dealt with a lot of sciatica pain that was driven by my scoliosis, and after I become a mother, and this was kind of like me releasing that and breaking into, and this is one of my first acrylics too, so it was like me breaking into that new medium. It was kind of the idea behind it, and all the driftwood. Before I became a wood carver or had any idea too, so I thought the drift, now later on down the road, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool that I had the driftwood in there.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
It was already creeping its way in. You just didn't know it yet.
And then
I
this
love that you're
is a
conceptual artist,
print
too.
of a Ecuadorian woman making Panamanian hats. This was an acrylic I made for my father as a gift. He lives in Ecuador. He retired there with his wife, and I went to visit, and this was something I left with them. This was the last acrylic that I did. And I was fortunate enough to study with an artist there who taught me to hurry up. Pretty much get that paint up there. It still took me a week to make it, so I mean, in my book that was fast.
Was his name Ashman or some version of Ashman?
I'd have to look it up. Honestly, I've forgotten it since now, but
It was probably Ashman.
he was
'cause
amazing. He was amazing.
does like 30 drawings in an hour.
Me and Mom.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's. I wish. I wish. All right, so I think that's about it for the acrylic. So I'll show you guys the wood, which you've probably seen a lot of this, but I'll show you what I have. So this is back to our discussion about doing things by feeling. I was injured when I did this. I broke up a dog fight, and my dog almost bit my middle finger off on my right hand, which was unfortunate. So I worked through that and just kind of did my own thing with this without any kind of rhyme or reason. Just to get myself back into the flow of using that hand and whatnot. So I have been fascinated with creating waves with the wood. And so that's been like a recent, I mean, if you call the last 2 years recent, but that's been a recent goal for me, is to capture the fluidness, which when I show you the next one, you'll see how I improved on that. So this is a spotted eagle ray. You'll find them, I picked that animal because they are found a lot in Sarasota Bay, where I was married, overlooking that bay. So there's a little significance to it. And this is the next one that I did, trying to capture that flow of the water again.
It's like my obsession with flowing fabric. I get it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
That's
I don't know if it is similar because I've never tried to carve, but I can imagine that the fluidness is similar.
Yeah.
And there's Sister Octopus. That's the most recent one.
So cool.
Yeah.
Salty, while you're showing us this stuff, let the people know, do you have art for sale? Do you do commissions? Do they have to come to your home planet to make that happen? How does that work?
If anyone that's in the chat sees anything here that they are interested in purchasing, then please, it is, hold on, let me think about what I'm saying. Aside from like the Halloween stuff, it's all available. The cane is not. This is my cane. So as I get old and janky, I've already had to use this. It's unfinished. This one's not for sale. This is one of the first Sister Octopus with stars. But yes, anything that you see here is available. So if you're interested, feel free to contact me via Messenger. I would be happy to discuss purchasing it.
Kira, she had a mushroom hat that had a lighting system in it that she could. Her daughter wore it one year, and she wore it the next year, and she created it for her little one for Halloween, and it glows.
I did make it, but I got the idea from another artist. Just to be clear on that,
it glows.
I didn't invent it.
It's a hat that glows.
It's styrofoam, and I had, if I remember, it was styrofoam blocks, and I didn't glue them because styrofoam melts when you glue it. So I used duct tape and a butter knife, or not a butter knife, a bread knife to shape it. And then I put fabric. I actually used the sewing machine to cut the fabric to the right size so it laid flat, and it came out. So that's good. And I cut these little... Oh, I don't have the batteries in it. That stinks. So this... Oh, I have one set of batteries. Darn it. You see how it lights up?
All the cool stuff she's making, and we are stuck on the hat. I love the hat, though, man. It's awesome.
It's okay.
It's awesome. Look at that, dude. Tell me Chad wouldn't wear that. He'd be so happy. He'd be skipping down the road.
Looking like a happy little skipping mushroom.
That is amazing.
And I always sign her stuff that I make for her with Mom and a little fabric heart.
That's awesome.
So she remembers. She better remember.
That's awesome.
That was the stick that went with it. These light up.
Oh, man.
Nice.
That's the coolest costume ever. I love it.
The one so I'll show you what I'm working on now. And that's the walking stick from Arcane that it's on one of the major TV networks that we watch so often now. But this is the top of it. So that's going to be part of the costume. And then I have to, I guess he's got a bunch of tattoo looking things on him, but we're not doing that yet. So I'm going to get a shirt that she can wear and paint that shirt.
Right on. Yeah. That is awesome. Halloween stuff. Everybody's excited. Everybody loves Halloween.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to get in touch with you about any of your art, should they do that through TikTok or through I know that they could go click on my bio right now, and there's a link tree, and you click on the link tree, and yours is right at the top. So they could get there that way, but how would they get in touch with you?
You can message me on TikTok or any of the social media sites. I get, now that I think of it, I don't think I've put my email address on my TikTok, so I'll make sure I do that tonight. But the best way is through social media right now, TikTok or any of the other, the other two major ones, Facebook and Instagram.
Are you Salty Vault as well there?
Yes, the Salty Vault Studio.
Everywhere, right? All the different platforms is the same name. So if anybody wants to find you on the other social medias, it's all under the same name. And you said you do commissions, but I just want to put a little caveat in here. Like Chad takes commissions, but only under very, very special circumstances. Like he throws out there. I've heard him do it right at the beginning when people are interested in his work. Hey, look, I'll entertain what you have to say, but just be aware there's a really good chance that I'm not going to take your commission, so don't get your feelings hurt, because it's got to be just right for me. So to me, that's one end of the spectrum, and then there's other people that will just take any commission. So where are you at on that dial? Chad's a 0, and do anything anybody asks is a 10.
No, I would say I'm right now at this time in my art career, I'm probably at like a 3. I'm open to discussions, Because, you know, who knows, you know, I might want to jump on that, you know, later on in the year or next year. But right now I definitely will finish the walking stick first because I want to do one thing at a time. Because if I put that down, there's a chance it might not get done. So let's just get it done while I have it there at the bench. But yeah, if you message me and if it's something that is probably on the smaller size, would probably be more likely for me to do a commission versus the bigger stuff, because that, you know, the sister octopus took me like 6 months. Be juggling life and, you know, just getting in there and doing it, hand sanding everything over and over again.
Oh, my favorite part.
Yes. If there is if there's anything you do a lot of in woodworking, it is sanding. If you're any kind of woodwork at all, you're gonna do some sanding for sure.
And good luck to you when you change your mind, because then you're sanding all over again. Because I've done that. I did that on Sister Octopus. I'm like, oh, I don't like the way that looks. Now I got to redo the whole thing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
Well, is there any like big things we were going to talk about? We got a few more things to talk about. I just want to make sure we didn't skip over anything that was important to you that we wanted to make sure to get out there. Looking at the notes we had, I think we covered most of it. Anything that we missed?
I'm so stimulated right now that I'm probably at a 3rd grade level. So.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Well,
that's how we operate anyway. It's okay.
I know. Well, for example, one of the things that we could talk about a little bit is you've got you're working on a website, so there will be a website coming out at some point here in the future, and people could keep an eye out for that. Do you have a regular schedule that you're on when you're carving or when you're creating on TikTok? Or do you
not
have a
right
schedule?
now. Not during the summertime. Summertime's I'm just trying to get it in there when I can. But once school starts, August 10th.
He's got it down
at 8.
This many more days.
At 8:45 a.m. Actually, it'd be 9 by the time I get home. I'm on it. So yeah, I'll be on lives a lot more. And it would probably behoove me to create a schedule of some type. And at least have a dedicated day that I'm going to say, hey, you guys can catch me on. But right now, it's kind of at the seat of my pants. That's where I'm flying.
So turn your notifications on for her, ladies and gentlemen. And she is definitely worth paying attention to. I'm telling you, her art is amazing. Ashman, since you talked for almost the entire show and nobody was able to get a word in edgewise.
I know.
Is there anything further that you might like to? I know that you are a brilliant artist, and I'm sure you have something that you've observed during this interview that you would like to comment on.
Well, the fact that the watercolors had your emotions tied to them was, I thought, fascinating. You know, and Chad, of course, has done the same thing. I have not, although I feel like I should now. You've inspired me to do something like that, and that's what real art does. It's inspiration, and I see inspiration all over that studio. It's amazing. We can see your heart and where it lies, and you know, I'm just in awe of all the different mediums you use.
Thank you.
You know, I have been circling that drain about buying carving equipment. You're all killing me. I'm just like sitting there going, I need to get some.
Start right at that right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the beefcake ones, man.
Getting me, man.
Wow.
It's huge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are the big boys.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah,
Do
my
it.
arthritic hands
It's
are
fun.
like,
I might pull the trigger on that one. Oh, so
Hey, when
thanks,
you
thanks for
Salty.
that.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Salty. Your woodworking tools. Do you have a technique or a way that you sharpen them? I have a Tormac for some of them, like a sharpening system, and then I also have just your typical stones. And then there's also the option to have someone sharpen them. I was just curious. If you'd rather not say
That's
okay
how
too.
you know I'm not a millionaire, because I don't have a Tormac.
I'm not a
Definitely, those
millionaire
things are
either. I bought it
beefcake.
used.
No, I don't have a Tormac. I use a stone, and I use stropping leather, and I have used higher grit, probably not as high as I should get, grit sandpaper wrapped onto a
Yeah.
broom handle. I've done that. Yeah, and I have actually taken them to be professionally. The the first set that I got, which is at like 12 different chisels, I did take that to get sharpened, and I'll probably never do that again, because he didn't really. Some of them were nicely done, but the more delicate, or not delicate, but intricate shaped ones, I had to redo them. So,
Heard that.
yeah.
Heard that. But that's what I'll do a lot too. Is because it's a woodworking shop. I'll find the right size piece of wood. I'll work a piece of wood down to be the right size for the curve or whatever it is, and then I'll put sandpaper on that, and then just essentially rub it until it's sharp. But
There's some guys that will take which is great idea. Victor probably has this. This guy, he's a wealth of knowledge. Dizzy,
yeah,
but some guys will take guys or gals will take the chisel that they want to sharpen, and they'll create that groove, and then they'll lay the sandpaper in there, or the opposite, like the convex and the concave sides, and use that. I should probably do that, because these ones are really big, so I'm kind of stuck with the just with the strop with those.
gotcha.
Or even if I could do the outside.
The other thing I use a lot, there was a local place that made granite countertops. And behind that place was a big pile of ones that were broken pieces from the different projects they were working on. And they literally just were giving them away. They had to pay to get it hauled off. So I went and got a couple of those that are pretty good size. And you can really, kind of rub on them, if that makes sense, like in a big, for those bigger tools. And I think she's frozen again. Damn it.
Yeah.
But so that's another area, in my opinion, that if you're going to do woodworking stuff, you better have sharp tools, or it's going to show. It's going to show in your work. And you can do that by hand. You could literally just go and get a chunk of granite from a leftover, almost every town has a place that makes granite countertops. And that's what I have a set of sharpening stones that are like, coarse, medium, and fine, that were my grandfather's, actually, because those are not cheap either. But that piece of granite, I actually use a lot. And then when I was able to get the Tormac, I just kept watching, and I was able to get it used on eBay from another guy that was retiring from his wood shop. And I knew the guy, so I was able to get it from him. But I love it.
Nice.
I love it. I love that you said that you had them professionally sharpened and then decided you'd rather do it yourself. But is it fair to say that if you're going to be doing woodworking, you better have sharp tools?
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes I'm like ready to throw the chisel away, because I'm like, forget it. Just go to my rotary tools,
Yeah.
It's the number one shocking thing to me when I go to somebody else's workshop and I'm working in somebody else's workshop. Those times over the last 15 years that I've done that, and their chisels were dull, and their planes are dull, and their everything's dull, and I'm like, how the hell do you build anything with dull tools? Anyway,
Push my
I
way
could use a
through
little
it.
help with it. Yeah, that's what the mallet's for.
Right?
Yes. Do you use? I like using a mallet. I have ones that don't have it on there, but I like using a mallet with a wooden. I'm sorry, with a leather cap. And I really like Everlast chisels by Stanley, the old school Everlast chisels with the metal that runs right through the handle, and then it's got a little leather strap underneath it. And the reason I like them is because no matter what size chisel I pick up, the handles are the same. The weight, the balance, everything is the same.
Are chisels like knives? Would that be considered a full tang chisel?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Here, this one has been buffed. I didn't do it, but it'll show. So the metal part of it on all of them is like that. This one just happened to have been shined up. And then you can see there's a layer of leather under it that kind of absorbs some of that shock.
Yeah.
And I got these like one at a time used, found them in antique stores or whatever, and then repaired the ones that I could or, whatever. And it took me some years to build up just one simple collection. But I don't know if you've ever used those, but if you run across one, try them out. They feel amazing.
I've got a couple in my toolbox that were my dad's that I could probably, that I think are like that I should take a look at and sharpen up. Because they're dull. They weren't used for wood. I don't even know what he was using them for. Honestly.
Heard that.
A little bit of everything.
Tile.
Yeah. I got a lot of that respect for tools from my dad. My dad was a gunner's mate in the Navy, so he was always doing mechanic work and teaching me how to use a lot of tools and respect them, and have that old philosophy of if you're gonna do something, finish it and do it right, or don't do it at all. This was definitely instilled in me growing up from my dad, which is interesting as a creative. I'm an artist, and with my father being military, he was very, strict and by the book, but I have a lot of support from that man. He's amazing. It's cool to have that support coming from somebody with that type of personality, So,
Right.
but yeah, he gave me a lot of respect for tools. I would like to, definitely give him some credit there. Him and my husband, because my husband has a contractor background, but Dad definitely instilled that not fearlessness, but respect and not to be fearful. Just learn your tool, so you don't hurt yourself.
Yes. And, that really paid off for me. My grandfather was very similar. He was ex-Navy, 32 and a half years, retired as an aircraft mechanic, which is why I ended up being an aircraft mechanic in the Air Force, was his suggestion. But that's my mom's father. But, I started my shop. He had passed away not long before I took down that first barn, and I started my shop with a Craftsman table saw and bandsaw and a number 4, number 5 plane that he had, old school hand plane, and the basic rudimentary tools that, like a handyman. He was the super at after he retired from the Navy, he was the super at a little apartment complex across the street from a junior college. So he fixed everything. He had to fix everything. You know what I mean? And he had the tools to, the basics. And that's how I started my shop was with what he had.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And I there's a spoke shave here that was my great grandfather's, who I never met. But to me, where I'm going with this is there is a tradition, or there is a legacy that is carried on with those tools. I mean, I dig the fact that I use tools that were used by people last century, and in some instances the century before that, and how many generations used that tool to feed their family. And it may have been people I've never even gotten along with, or never even, but I'm the next person in the legacy of that line of that tool. And I don't know, man. To me, there's just something cool about that. There's just something like, I'm able to carry that on to the next generation in some ways.
Yeah, we're caretakers of those things, That's the wonderful thing.
And that's what Salty is. She is a caretaker of her craft and her profession. And I just think that's wonderful. She, yeah, she's a mom and that's amazing, and she's a wife and that's amazing. But also during this time, the other thing she has carved out is this amazing art career, and I think it just should be respected and admired. And if there is nothing else that you could say other than she's a mom and she produced this, that's pretty damn good. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
it's true.
I'm trying.
Chad, you're
Yeah.
the one that got us into this mess. I argued vociferously because I did not want to have an amazing artist like her on. I would rather
No,
have.
I know.
You know,
You were
I
so
mean, it was
upset.
a real fight, and Chad won. So, Chad,
you were
do you
so
have
upset.
anything else you would like to talk to Salty about before we let you go put your daughter to bed?
I'm about to do that too. Salty, I'm just glad to find one of my own kind out there. So that's why I was like, hey, you're my friend. I don't care if you want to be my friend. You're my friend. And that's how
We're
it is.
friends. Oh, we gonna be friends.
We're going to be friends now. All right. Yeah, thank
All
you
right.
so much for making the time to come and share with everybody and for putting up with all of us.
It's my pleasure.
I might have been a little selfish with this one. While I knew that other people would definitely appreciate your art, I might have booked this one just because I was being selfish and I wanted to see it all. So that might have had
Well, I'm glad
something
you
to
shared.
do. Thank you for being here. I love your work. You already know that. I ain't gotta tell you again. I was happy to see some of the paintings that I was unaware of. So please excuse my lack of knowledge there. That is amazing. Nothing short of amazing.
It's my pleasure. Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
I really like your story of how you came upon doing everything because it's very parallel with a lot of mine. So
Cool.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you do what you do. I'm glad we're friends. That's what I got, man. That's what I got. I hope you guys enjoyed Salty Vault as much as I did.
Ashman, what you thinking, buddy?
Well, I'd like to apologize for Chad and Ginn because I know how hard they are to put up with.
Thank you, Ash.
But
Thank you, brother.
I
appreciate it.
appreciated everything. Your artwork's amazing. And yeah. And oddly, I'm wearing a fish pattern shirt today. I had no idea
All
about
right.
how much
That's
you looked
awesome.
into that. So,
That's
a
awesome.
little weird, but
I love it.
Kira.
I love it. Thanks for pointing that out.
busy raising Chad and Ginn. It's a full-time job.
It
I'll
is.
tell you.
It is.
I'm going to
We're
start having my
surprised that you
phone
can make
calls
art.
redirected to Ash. I think that's
Oh
what we're gonna
man, don't do that.
do. I'm just going to forward my calls
I'm not.
to you. Ash.
I'm not as gentle as you are about that stuff.
Trust me, y'all, Ginn is the one you want to call.
No! Hey, Heather. Salty, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I have so much respect for this amazing career that you're carving out. And
Yes.
I'm looking forward to what you do next. You have my number. You know how to get in touch with me if I can ever be a help on that journey. Here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to post this interview over on the YouTubes over there. And every time we get a chance, we're going to be like, go check out Salty Vault. You are now in the link tree. We got you hooked up on there. So that all works. I checked. And we're going to just play the long game. We're going to keep advocating for you. We're going to keep checking in with you. We're going to keep trying to steer people your direction. Especially people looking for aquatic themed art. I know the lady that you need to talk to if you need some aquatic themed art because she is down there in Florida making it happen.
We got you, man.
And the way to get in touch with her right now is through social media. She's going to be having a website that's going to be coming out in sometime this year, probably. And I cannot wait to see what that amazing brain decides to do next. And I hope that it doesn't hurt Chad's feelings too bad every time you carve something really cool.
No,
Thank you,
I
Ezra.
love it.
Appreciate you,
I
Ezra.
love it. I love it every time. Hey, thank you, Ezra.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ezra.
I'm just glad to find a common mind. Carving, ecologically,
Yeah.
roll with it, girl.
We're all unique.
Yes.
All unique.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of it.
Well,
Really,
ladies and
genuinely.
gentlemen, I'm sorry. Please, I'm so sorry.
No, I was saying we're all unique, and that's the beauty of it. Yeah, thank you for the time that you've given me, and pretty little wreath. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been a pleasure. It really, really has been a pleasure. Thanks for welcoming me into your fold and just being so helpful. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are inspiring to me too. So I appreciate it. If anyone has any questions for me, like in the chat or you guys, my door is always open. I am very happy to share my knowledge. I'm an open. I'm an open book. I am. So if there's anything, like if you don't even see the area where I could help you, like here in my work, just ask me. I'm happy to share my knowledge. Very happy to share my knowledge. Go ahead.
Anybody in the
Thank you.
chat got one that's itching to get to her before a question or anything before we let her go? And I know that Chad's daughter likes it when I stall a little bit, because then she gets to stay up a little later.
Like, thanks,
Uncle
Ginn.
Ginn looking out for the kid. Don't worry. Anybody got anybody? I know that I don't know. I think you're amazing. What's your favorite color?
Thank you.
Do you have one?
All of them. I do have a preference on blue, but I like them all.
Blue.
So
All right, tonight we're going to go
Bazinga.
with blue. If y'all would, please in the chat, if the folks in the chat would please drop some blue hearts for our dear friend Salty Vault Studios. Y'all know the deal. Please try to get a screenshot or two of the love that everybody's showing to her, because when we load this over on YouTube, part of the reason we do this and we ask for screenshots is the chat is not in the videos when TikTok lets us download them. So all the comments in the chat are missing. So look at that, y'all. Unbelievable. Absolutely cool.
That's what's up.
And
Mondo's
just in
making
case-
waves and stuff.
thanks, guys.
Mondo drawing pictures with him. So, Salty, thank you so much. You're amazing. Keep up the great work. We hope you'll reach out if we can in any way be a help in your journey. Ashman, I know appreciates what you're doing because he said so, and I know Chad did because he's the one that tried to get you on here. So thank you to Chad Nash
Thank
for
you.
making that happen. And Salty, thank you so much for being the amazing human that you
you.
are. Look forward to what you got coming out next. Thank you to everyone in the chat, all the folks that come through and support. Thank you for listening to the rant at the beginning of the show there. Just a friendly reminder, look, everybody's got problems. Don't just walk around dumping your stuff on the people around you. Sometimes you got to put on the adulty stuff and handle your business. It ain't everybody else's fault. So thank
your
you so
britches up.
much. Appreciate you, Salty Vault. Appreciate you, Ashman. Appreciate you,
Thank
Chad.
you.
My opinions are not endorsed by the other people in the boxes. Send me the hate mail. Don't send it to them. It's not their fault that I feel the way
I'll
that I
take
do.
some.
Y'all have a
Frontier.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Call
y'all
Frontier.
send
Yes,
your
call
hate mail to
Frontier.
Frontier Airlines.
Call Frontier Airlines and tell them Chad
You can't
Revhart.
call them. You can't call them. You have to send them messages. They literally don't have a number where anybody will answer.
You call the number and it tells you to chat. And
Carrier
redirect.
pigeons. Send them carrier pigeons. Whatever you got to do.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night. If you're in Australia and your name is Spurs, I hope you have a
Hit them
wonderful
up
day.
on
Thanks,
WhatsApp,
everybody.
Thanks, Spurs.
Take care.
Instagram,
Later, everybody.
TikTok.